Investors around the world are getting crazy, confused about whether they should invest in China or not. Some of them think that it would be the worst-case scenario for the investors or gambling in some casinos, when others think it would be the greatest act of foolishness to not invest in China, which is growing at the speed of light. Let's clear the fog of confusion from SPAC King Chamath Palihapitiya, a trademark investor. Hello everyone, welcome to World of China. In today's video, we are talking about why everyone is wrong about China and what are these factors. Stay tuned and hit the subscribe button. In Silicon Valley, Chamath Palihapitiya, who has earned billions of dollars while tweeting things like, "I'm about to fuck some shit up," to his 1.5 million followers, rarely requires identification beyond his first name. That's in part because in the past decade, he has spent significant time saying things in public that rich people aren't supposed to say. Venture capitalists are a bunch of soulless cowards. Of hedge fund managers, let them be wiped out, who cares? They don't get to summer in the Hamptons, who cares? He made both proclamations after he had become a venture capitalist and started a hedge fund. He has yachted off the Italian coast. Chamath Palihapitiya carries himself with the trademark confidence of a billionaire tech investor. He is one of the savviest investors of his generation, or merely the most cynical. In his words, like China, the US has privatized freedom of speech, and the information is caged under 3 or 4 people like the founder, CEO, or higher officials. These information holders are mainly social media entrepreneurs like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Some information can be sensitive, and sometimes it is, so it's a very tight situation for politicians in the USA and many other countries. But China thinks it's enough, so the Chinese government has taken action against it. Maybe it looks like an act based on fear, but the fact is they're brilliant. China is not going to allow this to happen. The Chinese government is showing their supremacy and making sure that they know who the boss is. Simply, they're going to decide who will make money and how the money will be made. They are making a mark where the world will know that they're in control now, and there is no private market, no capital market, which is a really big step. If we talk about China, China is an enormous demographic time bomb that's ticking. By the end of 2100, China's population will shrink from 1.1 to 1.2 billion to approximately 700 million. The one-child policy of China made it economically viable in the 60s and 70s. They made some massive progress in the 80s, 90s, and 2000. But now they've noticed they made a huge miscalculation. Now there isn't enough population and it's shrinking. To avoid its consequences, they're now trying to nationalize their economic structure. Tech investors such as Palihapitiya have made a killing since the financial crisis. Low interest rates, advances in internet applications, and cheap cloud computing have fueled the rise of substantial new companies such as Airbnb and Uber. Recently, though, his magic touch has seemingly become a curse. Several companies associated with Palihapitiya, such as the insurer Clover Health, performed particularly poorly in the weeks leading up to launch, with Clover alone down 1/3 from a recent peak. Chamath Palihapitiya said, though, he's kinda a gambler by nature in the case of investment. He's not really into China's market. He admitted that he doesn't understand the Chinese market, and it's more like a raw casino. It's kind of the worst place to bet, as he's predicting the first step of nationalizing the economy. The first step, or the beginning, is the technology verse, as they are the critical assets China needs for the future. Those who are going to invest in the Chinese market in the future, or are already investing, should reconsider. First of all, the population is shrinking. There is also a different demand-side pull right now. Older people need other services than younger people. But there are not enough younger people. There are too many men and fewer women. The ratio is pathetic. It leads to a lesser number of couples. All of these demographic issues will be reflected in the economic reality, and that is, the smart investors are going to change their course of investments. Now, if we recall the earlier part of controlling social media or broadcasting media, the scenario is if these worst days come close, the authorities would want to control the routes because they will undoubtedly want to control how the information is presented to the citizens. They want to create chaos among the citizens. Many people think that this must be a crazy opportunity for the USA and pursuing entrepreneurs. But that's not true at all. Because the smart young minds of China are staying in their country for decades, and they're more interested in working there. Like a lot of scope, there are a lot of real troubles in the Chinese market. The market can be controlled and it's influenced by politics. Most importantly, they can change the game whenever they want. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. Give this video a big thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment below. For more exciting videos, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. I'm dropping new videos regularly. Till then, check out the channel for more exciting videos.